Hey, fifth grade, go ahead and grab your English sheet. We're on lesson 124, page 237 and 238, and then a scrap piece of paper so that you can work through these sentences with me today. So go ahead and pause me and go get those pieces so that you're ready to go. And then let's get started. Okay, so we've been talking about adverbs and the difference between adverbs and adjectives. And today we're going to add another piece. I told you it was coming yesterday, actually. So adverbs describe verbs. We talked about that yesterday. Verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. So those are the three things that they describe. So here we have an adverbs. They're going to describe verbs, adjectives, and sometimes other adverbs. And adjectives describe what? Nouns. Adjectives answer the questions how many or what kind. Adverbs answer the questions when, where, and how. And often when it answers the question how, the adverb is going to end in ly. Okay, so I want you, if you could scooch back so they can see this whole thing. I want you to pause this so you can see it and to write these sentences down so that as we go through this, before I start a sentence, I'd like you to pause and try to work it out on your own. And then go ahead and let the video run so that you're, know what you need extra work on, or if you need to text me or email me a question, so that you can continue to practice and understand what you know and not just what Mrs. Gay knows. Okay, kiddos. Let's look at sentence 1. So, guys, now we're going to look for adverbs describing verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs, but we're also going to be on the lookout for adjectives. Now, another part of this lesson is going to be when an adverb is a negative, and that'll be down in this third section. We'll talk about that. But all of this is described in your information box on page 237. Okay. The earthquake developed slowly. Where would that sentence split? After earthquake. What's my subject? My subject is earthquake. What did the earthquake do? It developed. That's our verb. Okay? What is the? The is a special adjective known as an article, so we're going to label that adjective. The earthquake developed slowly. Okay, so we need to see if this is an adjective or an adverb. Well, slowly is describing the verb, so it's an adverb, and it's answering the question how. How did the earthquake develop? It developed slowly, so we've got an adverb here. Okay, the slow earthquake caused a tsunami. Okay, ask yourself where this sentence splits. It splits right here, okay? So let's take care of what we know, okay? So what is our subject here? Earthquake is our subject. What did the earthquake do? It caused, okay? It caused what? It caused a tsunami. So what we're going to look up here, since this is an action verb, we're going to go here and ask the question what? Tsunami is our direct object, so we're going to label that. Now let's look for adjectives and adverbs. Let's start at the beginning of our sentence. Earthquake is a noun, and slow is describing earthquake, so this is an adjective, describing earthquake. The is an article, which is a special adjective describing earthquake. Coming back to here. Is an article as well describing tsunami, and this is an adjective. And if we were drawing arrows, which I think your homework will have you do, this adjective is going to go here, describing tsunami. Okay. Go ahead and look at the purple one. The volcano under the ocean erupted very violently. What is the subject in this sentence? Volcano is the subject. What did the volcano do? It erupted. Do you see a prepositional phrase? Of course you do, because you're geniuses. under the ocean is your prepositional phrase. How did the volcano erupt? How did it erupt? It erupted violently. It answers the question how, and it's describing the verb. So this is an adverb. Now let's look here. Very is describing violently. So what describes another adverb? An adverb. And it's also describing how. Very violently. Okay, let's see what else we've got to look at here. The. And what is the? The is an article. It is a special adjective. Okay? Okay, this sentence talks or deals with a negative. And so let's read this and we'll go through this together. The eruption may not cause a very destructive tsunami. Okay, where does your sentence split? It splits right here. And what is your subject? Your subject is eruption. What is our verb phrase? Now, earlier this year, I would say there's a word in there that's not part of your verb phrase, but we don't know what it is, and someday we will. Well, today's that day. Okay. May not cause. May cause is your verb phrase, but not is an adverb, and its special name, ooh, I almost wrote adjective, adverb, and this is called a negative. So there's a list of these in your information box, but words like not and never are negative adverbs. May not cause. Very good. A very destructive tsunami. Eruption may cause what? A tsunami. That's our direct object. Answering the question what when we have an action verb. Okay. Now look at all of these words. A very destructive tsunami. So destructive is describing tsunami. So that tsunami is a noun. So that is going to be an adjective. Very is describing destructive. What type of word describes an adjective? An adverb. Is describing tsunami. A tsunami. So what describes a noun? An adjective. Do we have any more here? Oh, right here. We've got one more article right here. The is an article describing eruption, and that is an adjective, a special adjective known as an article. Shoo, that was a toughie. Okay, kiddos, we've got one more, and we're actually going to diagram this one. A tsunami is extremely dangerous. Let's split our sentence right there. Tsunami is our subject. Is a linking verb. So when we have a linking verb, we know we're going to either have a PN, which is going to rename the subject, or a PA, which describes the subject. Tsunami is dangerous. Does dangerous rename or describe? And it describes, so this is PA. A tsunami is extremely dangerous. This is an adjective. And what describes adjectives? Adverbs do. So extremely is an adverb describing dangerous. Okay, let's look here. We've got one more. Is again an article, which is a special adjective. Very good. Okay, let's diagram this together. First, we need to draw our main line here. We'll separate our subject and predicate. What is our subject? Our subject is tsunami. What is our verb? It is the linking verb is. What describes tsunami? The article a. A tsunami is. What describes? Oh, let's diagram our predicate adjective. We've got the slanted line there. Dangerous. Okay, and what describes dangerous? Extremely. So that is going to come right off dangerous because its use extremely is describing dangerous. Okay, good job. Okay, kiddos, let's look at your homework page for a second. You're doing tonight or today 237 and 238. Now let's see what you need to do, even, odd, or all. And kiddos, if you have any questions, a lot of you are like directly emailing me or directly texting me, and I want you to feel free to do that. We're getting into more difficult things, and you might have a question, and that's okay. So feel free to text me or to email me. Tonight, you're going to do even. Okay, 5th grade, I'm proud of you. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.